Hello, Nursing 720 students. It's Amy here. I just wanted to give you a brief overview of Module 3. So as you enter into Module 3, there is a TED Talks. We're just talking about The Puzzle of Motivation by Dan Pink, and I hope you find this a very intriguing video. Then when we go down to the content folder and you go inside that folder, you will find a wonderful presentation that Tommy and Amanda Cordy have put together with an overview of Chapter 4 of your Terry text. So please review that video. And then below that, you will see the checklist for developing your theoretical framework. And the theoretical framework is really the underpinnings of why you are doing the research that you're doing. It takes that project and it gives it that theoretical basis. It ties the project to theory, and as we all know, anytime that we incorporate a theory, it just provides a more robust project. Okay, so there is a brief little video that I created last year. I do want you to know that the video has the rubric that I used last year. We didn't have checklist. We used a grading rubric. So please disregard the rubric that you see and just pay attention to what I say in this video. And one important aspect I wanted to mention with all of you is that many times we find theories that are older than 5 or 10 years. And we can certainly use those theories because they are grounded in research. And oftentimes those theories that are even 20, 30, 40 years old are still being used today as the foundational underpinnings for projects and for research. So if you find yourself using one of those theories, it's okay to use older references, specifically when we're talking about that first time that theory had been published. Okay, and then what you want to do is you want to look at more of the current evidence on how that theory has been applied to other projects or to other research studies. If you find yourself not finding any current studies, let me know. Sometimes we can come across a theory that was great 40, 50 years ago, and then it was used for 20 years after it was published, but then perhaps somewhere along the line, someone had really taken the theory for a turn. And that doesn't mean that it's a bad thing. It just means that perhaps they found a flaw in the theory, and so that theory is no longer used because of that. That very rarely happens, but it can. So, and again, we don't have to be married to nursing theorists. We can use other theorists, such as, in the business world, other theorists in the leadership world, motivation world, psychology. So any of those, any area where there's a theory and it has a lot of merit, which means that it has been examined, it has been used, and there's some weight to that theory, then it's fair game to use for your project, so long as it applies, so long as those constructs of that theory applies to your project. And I would like for everyone to have at least 2 theories that they're going to be using for their project. Okay, and again, it does not have to be specifically related to nursing, but if you find some nursing theorists that you can use, that would be wonderful. So then there's a brief video that you can watch specific to ethics. And then I just have a few links that I found interesting and really relate to the reason why we have ethics when it comes to our research or our projects. Then there are some brief videos for the HEVI chapters, chapters 1 through 3, as well as the PowerPoints here. Let me know if these videos don't work for you. They are working for me currently, but you just never know. With technology, sometimes they work one day and they don't work the next. So it's basically just an overview of the chapters. So if we go back out of the content folder and back into the overall leadership Module 3 module, you will see that there is an assignment link for the quiz to take. This is over chapters 1 through 3. Again, you can use your Heavy text as you take the quiz. If it takes you longer than an hour to take the quiz, that's completely fine. It is not going to kick you out. And then finally, looking ahead. So once you've got your theory written, the next chunk that we're going to look at is the research question or hypothesis. So I use the term research very loosely here. This may not be a research kind of project for you, but basically you're going to set up your project in a way that you're going to answer a question. How is your project going to change nursing practice, or how is your project going to change patient outcomes? Okay, so if you can think of it in terms of a question specific to the outcomes of your project, and that counts. All right, then you're also going to do a project description, design, and those expected outcomes. So this is where you're really kind of creating that recipe. You're setting the stage on if someone else wants to replicate your project or your study, this is where you're giving them those specifics so they have a clear picture of what kind of project this is. So I think that pretty much wraps it up for Module 3. I am still in the process. I've reviewed all of your background and significance and purpose statements, and I provided that feedback in the discussion board along with the checklist. I'm now in the process of reviewing all of the feedback that you've given to your peers. So I'm hoping to have that done sometime in the next couple of days. It just takes a little while to get through those things. So if you have any questions in the meantime, please don't hesitate to shout out, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks.